gonna repeat. Haha. It seems like you're
One. Round one. Capture the objective.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. So immediately right at the start, Dag has mice settings, which is not good for pharmacy. So she has the setting where she can guardian angel to whoever like whoever she looks at. So like the preferred beam toggle thing isn't on, which will probably end up biting her in the butt later, because I'm telling you, like that is not a good one to run for pharmacy. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Damage
Dude.
increased.
Do you not know how to fly? Oh man,
I could use some
you
of
seem
this
really...
support.
Okay, Necro's also if he's flying too much. Okay, that's not Dag's fault, that's actually Necro's fault. I don't know where the frick Necro is going.
The objective is now active.
Valkyrie online. You needed a doctor?
Zarya, ready for duty.
Right beside you.
Hanzo, at your service.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the kill.
Damage boost engaged.
By the dragon.
Yeah. Yes, you can see she's having to look at her target.
We make a great team.
Move back.
Damage amplified.
Dag does not come from long pharmacy.
Spin down.
That was actually just a monkey hook. She was going for the far and happened to get Dag. Hey, did happen to get you there, Dag?
Rocket barrage
You don't look very comfortable in your movement.
Science will reveal the truth.
Oh, with Mercy. What was that? What was that fade? Did you run into the wall? I think you ran into the wall. Oh, I think I slammed into a wall. Okay.
Rocket barrage incoming. Science will reveal the truth.
Okay, no. Make sure you jump at the end of your fade. Always jump at the end of your fade. There you go.
Get into position.
Take time to aim your orb.
Such a flawed creation.
Honestly, play the max rank games when you play Disarm Breath. Don't ever get closer to her because it makes it easier for her to land her damage. It makes it significantly easier. Good job. The one thing you don't want to do with Moira is like ever have your back to your team. You don't really want to play more aggressively. Like you can throw your orb. Yeah, so I'm not sure where you're positioning here. Like this just kind of works out for you. But if we had properly rotated like we were going to, the dragons kind of like screwed us over. Like you would have died there. Huh.
Regenerating your cellular structure.
But hey, Clay fight. You're probably taking a lot of damage, which isn't necessarily bad because there's not a whole lot for you to heal right now.
This is
Don't know why you would throw it at that wall, but okay. Unless I'm just, you know, you threw it off the right wall. Never mind. I thought you were throwing off far wall. See,
I'm restoring you.
you don't make an effort to try to get the flag. You only get one clip here.
Get into position.
You need the coal. You need the coal. As soon as you threw that orb, you should have cold. You would have increased your healing, your self-healing. You would have saved. You probably go to clutch that, to be honest with you.
Perhaps a new methodology.
You get spawn camped here. Let's see why. Alright, please tell me you don't stand still. Please tell me you don't stand still. Please don't tell me you threw your worthless damage orb. Okay. That damage orb is useless. So all you did was fed me and Kit ult charge. Because you already have ult. There's no need to folk. So if you have ult, you don't want to throw damage orbs anymore. Because the damage orb is literally just feeding ult charge to the enemy support. And you're not gaining ultimate yourself. So that's why you do like a lot of the thrown or damage things because like you're trying to build your ultimate, but at this point you already have it, so it's kind of worthless. So don't do that.
See that which is unseen.
Yeah, you're playing pretty far back. You reacted really slow to that too. You should have faded immediately. You should have faded immediately. That was a really slow reaction. You throw a damage orb.
I am ready to unleash coalescence.
See that.
I'm gonna turn my music off to see if I can hear the tracer coming up on you. Yeah, I hear her right there. You had audio cue of somebody coming to your right, which you should have known nobody was there. You guys have to use your audio cues. You guys don't use it very often. Like that's how I survive as a support. As a support, audio cues are your lifeline. Yeah, use audio cues. Fade immediately. Like she one clipped you, and like you had more than enough time to like get away from that. Let's see.
Nothing's gonna stop me.
Your team doesn't address it. I think Swag calls you guys off of that. The McCree goes initially. That's why the Lucio has to come back, because your McCree initially goes back to try to contest. If he was going to do that, he should have stayed. Now he's drawn his Lucio away. The Lucio shouldn't have gone back to grab him anyhow. He should have been focused on the fight the tanks were taking.
There was a flaw in my approach.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Help me!
Should have gone back to spawn. Go back to spawn. Fade back to spawn. Fade. Oh my goodness. Should have fade back to spawn. Alright, so there. Like, if there's a flanker that kills you, that you don't want to use your cooldowns to get back to your team. Because the flanker is probably going to spawn camp you. Yeah. Also, like, you should have thrown a healing orb. Because you were... okay, so we gotta go back to the beginning of that fight. Because as soon as you fade, I knew what was going to happen. Of course, I already know what happened, but, like... So right here, you fade. Nobody's confirmed the location of the tracer. Good. Nobody's calling, hey, tracer, tracer, tracer. Nobody's saying... Like, nobody knows what the tracer is.
There was a flaw in my approach.
Right, that's fine. So you look left, and you see the tracer. There's two things you can do right here. You can either go back to spawn and try to save yourself, and then like attack them and then DPS them from spawn, or you take the duel. You take the duel, which is fine actually. Whatever. So you immediately turn, you start dueling him. You have enough time to throw an orb here, and you decide to go for the damage orb. And yeah, that helps you burst down the tracer, kinda. But the thing is, he has Mega, right? So he grabs Mega. At this point, you need to be like concerned about staying alive. But you throw a damage orb right here. So right now, you'd be sitting at like 100 health instead of the 74 and the little extra damage you did on the tracer. So now you've lost him, even though I don't know how you lost him. He blinked to your left and it left a streak. You should have immediately known that the tracer blinked left. Right there, you would have gotten healing from your healing orb right there. Tracer blinks. You lose him. You lose track of him. And then he puts you. So right there, you could have faded straight back to spawn. You would have gone back to full health, and you wouldn't have lost that duel. You actually probably would have turned that in your favor. And so you get staggered again.
Pardon me.
Bombs away.
Your McCree tries to go back to spawn. He's gonna work out for him.
There was a flaw in my approach. Surrender to my will.
Cease your resistance. Score.
That's just unlucky. I mean, learning. It's a work in progress, but hey.
Ready for battle.
Well, it's high noon somewhere in the world.
Jesse McCree, outlaw, reward, $60 million. The reward could make up for Ify's grant money.
I cast this forth.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Okay. See how you guys take this fight. Immediately throw a damage orb, that's okay. That actually helps kill me. So, not even mad about that.
This will heal you.
You could have thrown a healing orb better. You have to know where the fight's going. And I knew the fight was going to the left. So, like, if you see your tanks backing off, you throw the healing orb where they're going to be backing. You don't throw them where they are. Where you need to be thinking about where the fight's going to be going. So, you should have thrown that orb off this wall right there, and it would have bounced back into your Sigma, and you would have saved healing resources and potentially heal people behind you, like Necro. I mean, Necro's practically at full health, but like, it would have been nice if Necro had got some healing. Look at this man. Does he look happy? No, he's not happy. Why? Because he doesn't have healing from that lovely healing orb. Alright. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry if I have to keep doing that, because my controller's kind of messed up. You're DPSing, you need to be healing. Like, and you guys are kind of winning this fight, but you still need to, like, be on top of healing. You fade here. You fade here for no reason. You literally don't need to use that. You're still DPSing. And there's something in your back line. Those are kind of good. This is going to cost you later. You're trying to get the Tracer. You're unsuccessful. Now you're going to lose this fight. You should not on top of healing. Also, your team's positioning. It's kind of... You get flanked. You should have immediately gone to the room with your Orisa. Or if he didn't work, if he didn't work, if he didn't work. Yeah, stick with your Orisa.
Such a flow.
Honestly, that wasn't a bad place to fade. Also, wasn't the greatest place to fade either, because like you immediately started like damaging shields. But there wasn't, like, honestly, like, you probably wouldn't have died faster anywhere else. So, like, actually, that was a pretty big brain to go behind them with their fade. Good job. It's too bad Navy killed you. He needs to be, yeah, he needs to be put on the leash. That was unacceptable. Let's see what next fight looks like. Yeah, so you guys take first point. I don't think you ever take cap. I don't think you guys ever cap back in.
In the name of science.
I just watched this, I should know. But I don't think you guys ever cap back.
I'm restoring you.
No, you guys cap back. No, you guys don't.
Surrender to my will.
You need to find somebody to pivot on to maximize your healing and damage. You're going for straight damage, and that might cost you. That's probably going to end up costing you.
If we are to progress, we must claim the objective.
Yeah, kill me.
Get into position.
I don't know why you're 1v1ing an Orisa right now, but like you shouldn't be over there. You're gonna quickly learn. Or maybe not.
Cease your resistance.
We bond one.
Special attack.
I kind of just unlucky. Okay, now your second support is dead.
I'm not dead yet.
I mean, it wasn't entirely your fault. You actually got away with DPSing the Orisa. Doomfist just got not nano boosted.
A touch from afar.
Okay, the Doomfist got damage boosted, so you ended up dying in the end. You just weren't punished for like fighting the Orisa. Those are two different things. But even still, you should have been near the Orisa. So make sure you know, like, make sure you're thinking about where you're fading to. You need to know like where you're going is safe. Like, yes, you're escaping danger, but you also need to think about like, is the place I'm fading to any less dangerous than where I'm currently at? Because you're fading away from an Orisa into like freaking 4 other people. You might as well stay with the Orisa. Like, and maybe try to like juke her by going like underneath on the stairs or something like that. Hey, Doomfist. Really slow reaction to hearing the Doomfist Q. Like, if you hear like something to your right, you need to be looking right. You guys aren't reacting very much. You guys also aren't scanning your environment very much. Yeah, you guys are just kind of.
Hello. I cast this
That
forward.
was a waste of a cooldown.
Please move behind.
Barrier in place.
Now you don't have healing mode.
Help me.
Oh, excuse.
You're prioritizing the tracer. Calm down. You got this.
Meteor strike.
Laboring saved you there.
You don't want to get in the way of this.
Alright, yeah. I mean,
Victory.
that fight was going to be lost, to be honest with you. We had ults. You guys didn't really have anything. You guys didn't have an answer for it because I think your Lucio beat it last fight. Let me check his
Help
ult
me.
percentage. No, Cheese had.
Restore me.
Did Cheese just throw?
What is that?
Where's Cheese? Where the frick is Cheese? Why is Cheese not beat it yet? Why did Cheese not beat at any point? You guys are down. You guys are down 4. You're down 2. You're the 4. And this is your last fight. Why are you not beat? Okay, Cheese low-key through that. You guys could have potentially survived that meteor strike had he beat it there.
Victory.
That's weird. I don't know why he didn't beat there. Let me check his perspective. Maybe he saw something I didn't just now. Let's see. Where's Cheese? Cheese is right there. Okay. He is beat. I don't know what he's doing, but okay.
Raising the volume.
Hello.
That is a waste of a cooldown.
I cast this
Healing
forward.
boost.
Please move behind.
Barrier in place.
The reason I say that is because like the Sigma didn't need to be sped like that. Now you have to wait 7 seconds to engage, take an engagement, because you could. So right now you guys know Tracer. Oops, my microphone got hit. Yeah, so right now you guys know Tracer is not in a position to help her team, so you guys could have literally sped right on top of us, and we would have been down one player until Smooth reacts and catches up to you.
Help me.
So right there, you guys could have amped. He could have amped healing right here.
What is that? Meteor strike.
Right at this point, you're at 90%. You're down 2. Meteor strikes up. You should have buried it. Yeah, that was kind of rough. Yeah, I don't know what was going through his thought process then. I would love to hear the comms. I had to hear the comms to know. But that was poor judgment. Like sound barrier could have gotten you guys through that. You would have gotten Cole, which actually no, Necro got picked early in that fight. I think you were down both DPS, but you could have saved your tanks. Your tanks could have maybe done something with that. I mean, I highly doubt it because they didn't have any ultimates coming up, and we still had Cole. We still have coalescence. And we okay, so I mean, you would have countered Meteor Strike, and and then from there you may have been able to heal up one of the tanks enough for Cole, and then maybe you might have been able to out heal Hog. But that would have been an answer because if the fight had dragged on, unless you guys got an immediate pick, you guys still would have been down 2 TBS. I mean, that's been a winnable fight, to be honest with you. But the fact that Cheese didn't use your barrier, you didn't use your barrier, Cheese, like, that was last fight, dude. You gotta use it. You gotta pop it in the last fights. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be the game-winning, beat. It's just gotta be good. It's just gotta be used. Cause you never know. Oh.
Victory.
Oh. I mean, overall, that's it. Not bad. It's just like positional things for you. Dag, like, you need to keep in mind that you need to be medium range. Like, not even medium range. You really need to be close range to your tanks because your kit is so useful for close range engagement that, like, even if the tracer wanted to get you, she had to like fight the tanks at closer ranges, which something Tracer really doesn't want to do. Like, she wants to like do medium range poke, and then when she gets that target low, then she comes in to try to take the kill at close range, and then leaves. Like, that's what Tracer wants to do. And so with you playing at like medium to long range consistently as a Moira, and like not really knowing where you want to be, made it easy for like a DPS to find and kill you. Like, yes, you have fade, and yeah, you can use it to get around. Like, but you want to mostly use it to get away from things, because like once you don't have it, like you're a sitting duck, unless you like big brain them with a healing orb, and like AD spamming and crouching, and then they just throw them completely off until you get your cooldown back, and then you just fade away again. But yeah, you need to just chill. You're playing good. Actually, you know, your healing was pretty solid, like during actual team fights. Like during the poke phase, I mean, during the poke phase, I feel like you should definitely play a lot more passively, because your damage, like your primary damage, not necessarily orb damage. Orb damage can be a difference, because you're not putting yourself in harm. But like your primary damage isn't very useful. I mean, yes, you'll have resources, but at the same time, it's like you're putting yourself in an awful lot of you're putting yourself in an awful lot of danger for not a lot of reward. So like I saved a little bit of healing resources, but my chances of dying is really high, which is not something you want to do as a main support. You want to minimize your chances of dying as much as possible if you can help it, especially as a support, since you're the literal lifeline of the team. But yeah, looks good. I definitely feel like, so if you ever feel like Kit can help you with that, because I feel like Kit has come a long way with positioning. So like, yeah, definitely get in touch with her. Let her view your VODs, and like, yeah, that's pretty much it.